Dear listeners, I have a very interesting story for you today. It will help you in your listening practice. Not only that, but I am sure it will leave you inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, today, I don't want to talk to you about money. I don't want to talk about billionaires. And I don't want to talk about success the way social media shows it. Today, I want to tell you a real story. A story about patience, failure, and quiet courage. This is the story of Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was not born rich. He was not born powerful. And he was not born with a roadmap to success. He was born to a 17-year-old mother, still in high school, and a father who would soon disappear from his life. Instability came early. Certainty did not. But what Jeff did have was curiosity. As a child, Jeff loved to understand how things worked. He took apart his crib. He built alarms to keep people out of his room. He spent summers fixing machines on his grandfather's ranch. Not because he was told to, but because he needed to know. His grandfather taught him one simple lesson: be resourceful. That lesson would quietly shape everything he became. Jeff was a good student, but not a magical one. At Princeton University, surrounded by geniuses, he struggled. He wanted to be a physicist, but he couldn't keep up. And here's where the first lesson appears. Instead of protecting his ego, Jeff changed direction. He moved into computer science. Not because it was easy, but because it was possible. That ability to let go of pride would later save his dreams. After college, Jeff landed a job most people would never leave. Wall Street. High salary. Prestige. Security. By the age of 30, he was already a senior vice president. He had everything people chase. And yet, something didn't feel right. One day, Jeff came across a statistic. The internet was growing at 2,300% per year. That number haunted him. He asked himself a question that would change his life. Clear, deliberate. What will I regret not trying when I'm 80 years old? Not, what if I fail? But, what if I never try? Jeff quit his job. People thought he was crazy. He drove across the country with his wife, writing a business plan on the way. No guarantees. No safety net. Just belief. In 1994, Amazon was born. In a garage. A real garage. Jeff packed books himself. Answered emails himself. Used wooden doors as desks because they were cheaper. Amazon didn't make money. For years. Investors complained. The media mocked him. They called it Amazon.bomb. They said, it's just an online bookstore. But Jeff wasn't building for today. He was building for tomorrow. And then came the failures. Projects failed. Products failed. Ideas collapsed. The Fire Phone was a disaster. Many services vanished without a trace. But Jeff never hid from failure. He said, failure and invention are inseparable twins. While others avoided mistakes, he designed for them. What kept Amazon alive was not genius. It was obsession. Jeff obsessed over one thing only: the customer. Cheaper prices. Faster delivery. Easy returns. He believed that if you earned trust, profits would follow. Wall Street hated this approach. Customers loved it. For over 20 years, Amazon stock barely moved. 2 decades. Jeff endured criticism, doubt, loneliness. But he stayed calm. Because he was thinking in decades, not quarters. Then, the turning point. The technology Amazon built for itself was so powerful that others wanted to use it. That became Amazon Web Services. AWS quietly became the backbone of the internet. And suddenly, everything changed. Amazon became profitable. The critics became admirers. Jeff Bezos became one of the richest people on earth. But here's the surprising part. He didn't stop. Jeff had a childhood dream. Space. He believed humanity needed to think beyond Earth. So he started Blue Origin. Not loudly. Not for attention. He sold Amazon stock to fund it quietly. Because for Jeff, this was never just about money. It was about the future. But greatness has a price. Jeff worked extreme hours. Lost balance. Lost relationships. This was not a perfect journey. But it was a committed one. So what does Jeff Bezos really teach us? He wasn't the smartest. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the luckiest. He was patient. He was willing to be misunderstood. Willing to look foolish. Willing to fail publicly. Most people want certainty before they begin. Jeff began without it. He once said, "If you double the number of experiments you do, you double your inventiveness." So if you are standing at the edge of a dream, afraid to start, afraid to fail, remember this: the biggest risk is not failure. The biggest risk is regret.